To understand how we got here, we need to recognize that for 99.9% of human history, concentrated sugar didn't exist. Our ancestors encountered sweetness rarely, in seasonal fruits and honey, always buffered by fiber and nutrients. Our bodies evolved to cherish this rare, high-energy source. Then came the sugarcane revolution. What was once a luxury for kings, known as white gold, became a cheap, mass-produced commodity built on the back of slave labor. The Industrial Revolution then weaponized it, making it the cornerstone of the processed food industry. In the span of just a few generations, we went from consuming virtually no added sugar to being drowned in it. Our ancient biology, designed for scarcity, was thrown into a tsunami of sweetness. It was a perfect storm, and our bodies were completely unprepared for the metabolic chaos that would follow. The first secret of sugar's power is how it hacks your brain. When you consume sugar, it triggers a flood of dopamine in the brain's reward center, the nucleus accumbens. This is the exact same neurochemical pathway activated by addictive drugs like nicotine and cocaine. Your brain registers this as a highly rewarding experience and says, "That was essential for survival, do it again." The problem is, with repeated exposure, your brain down-regulates its dopamine receptors to protect itself from this overstimulation. This is called tolerance. Now, you need more sugar to get the same feeling of pleasure. When you try to quit, you can experience withdrawal symptoms, headaches, fatigue, irritability, and intense cravings. This isn't a lack of willpower. This is a biochemical dependency. Your brain has been rewired to need its fix, and the food industry knows this. While your brain is being hijacked, your body is under metabolic assault. Every time sugar enters your bloodstream, your pancreas releases insulin, the hormone responsible for escorting sugar into your cells for energy. Any excess is efficiently stored as fat. When you're constantly consuming sugar, your body is in a perpetual state of high insulin. Over time, your cells become insulin resistant. They stop listening to insulin's signal. In a desperate attempt to be heard, your pancreas screams louder, pumping out even more insulin. This vicious cycle of high blood sugar and high insulin is the gateway to a cascade of chronic diseases: prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, and, crucially, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD. Your liver, overwhelmed with processing fructose, a component of sugar, starts converting it directly into fat, storing it within its own cells. Your liver literally becomes sick from sugar, a condition that was almost unheard of a century ago. And this is where the story turns from a health issue to a conspiracy. By the 1960s, credible scientific evidence was emerging that linked high sugar consumption to soaring rates of heart disease. The sugar industry, facing an existential threat, didn't just debate the science, they bought it. Internal documents, unearthed decades later, revealed that the Sugar Research Foundation paid 3 Harvard scientists the modern equivalent of $50,000 to publish a review of the research in a top medical journal. Their mission: to downplay the evidence against sugar and shift the blame squarely onto saturated fat. The campaign was a stunning success. For the next 50 years, fat was public enemy number one. Global dietary guidelines warned us to cut fat from our diets. In response, the food industry stripped fat from thousands of products. But fat provides flavor. So what did they replace it with? Sugar. Low-fat yogurts, fat-free salad dressings, and heart-healthy cereals were pumped full of sugar. The public, following official advice, ate less fat and more sugar, and in doing so, walked directly into the trap. We became fatter and sicker than ever before. It wasn't a mistake. It was a deliberate, profit-driven strategy of misdirection that has had catastrophic consequences for global health. But sugar is a master of disguise. It rarely appears on an ingredient list simply as sugar. It has over 60 different aliases, a chemical witness protection program to infiltrate your food undetected. High fructose corn syrup, dextrose, multidextrin, sucrose, evaporated cane juice, agave nectar, barley, malt. The list is endless. It's hidden in the most unexpected places: bread, salad dressings, canned soups, ketchup, and even processed meats. An estimated 75% of all packaged foods and beverages in the supermarket contain added sugar. You can meticulously avoid candy and soda and still be consuming a shocking amount, keeping your body in a constant state of inflammation and insulin overload. That chronic inflammation is another of sugar's secret weapons. A high-sugar diet promotes a state of low-grade, systemic inflammation throughout the body. Think of it as a slow, silent fire burning in your arteries, joints, and organs. This constant inflammatory state is now linked to nearly every major chronic disease of our time: heart disease, arthritis, certain types of cancer, and even depression and anxiety. Sugar doesn't just make you gain weight. It makes your body sick from the inside out, creating the perfect environment for disease to thrive. And what about aging? Sugar dramatically accelerates it. Through a process called glycation, sugar molecules attach themselves to proteins in your body, including the collagen and elastin that keep your skin firm and youthful. This bonding process creates harmful new molecules called advanced glycation end products, appropriately known as AGEs. These AGEs damage your collagen, leading to wrinkles, sagging, and a loss of elasticity. This damage isn't just skin deep, it affects your blood vessels and organs as well. Sugar, quite literally, makes you old before your time. The unexpected truth about sugar is that it isn't a food. It's a highly processed, addictive, recreational chemical with devastating long-term side effects. Its sweetness is a mask, hiding a profound and detrimental impact on our brains, our metabolism, and our overall health. The good news is that knowledge is power. Understanding how sugar works, how it hides, and how the industry has manipulated us is the first step to reclaiming control. This isn't about vowing to never eat a dessert again. It's about understanding what you're putting into your body and making conscious choices. It's about reading labels, cooking real food, and breaking the cycle of addiction that was imposed upon us. The sweetest victory isn't found in a candy bar. It's found in health, energy, and the freedom from being controlled by a substance. What was the most shocking thing you learned about sugar today? And what's a healthy food you've discovered that's secretly loaded with it? Share your discoveries in the comments. Let's expose these secrets together. And if you want to continue uncovering the unexpected truths behind our food and our health, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next investigation.